Hey, get the payday you want. Hell no, guys. Canelo is trying hard to sell this Golovkin fight. He says, I hate that MFer. I'll talk about what he said right here in this video. What up, Fight World? It's your boy Ego, and I'm back with some more boxing. Canelo Alvarez, Triple G is an a-hole. I'm knocking him out. This is an article, an interview that TMZ did. It says it's clear Canelo Alvarez doesn't like Gennady Golovkin because the boxing star tells TMZ Triple G is a straight up a-hole who talks too much and he's planning to KO the guy because of it. Quote, this is a quote from Payday. He's a effing a-hole, Canelo said of his upcoming September opponent. He's not honest. He pretends to be a good person and be different, but he's not. Canelo says his opinion of Golovkin basically boils down to this. He believes the 42 1-1 boxer is just flat out two-faced. Quote, Canelo says, Golovkin, he talks a lot of ish about me. He'll say I respect him, his career, and other parts. He's an embarrassing boxer. He's embarrassing for Mexican boxing. I hate that MFer because of that. Earlier this week, Triple G told us he knew Canelo felt that way about him, but he believed it was because the 57 2-2 fighter can't handle his honesty. The beef will be settled September 17th, Las Vegas. Canelo says, my goal is to end this fight before the 12 rounds. And after that, Canelo says he'd like a rematch with Dimitri Bivol, the only boxer he's lost to outside of Floyd Mayweather. Quote, I'm 100% focused on the Golovkin fight because it's a dangerous fight, but 100% looking for the second fight with Bivol. September can't come soon enough. Now, Eddie Hearn, he talks so much stuff about how amazing and, how big an attraction Canelo versus Golovkin is, saying stuff, even comparing it to Errol Spence and Terrence Crawford, which is a delightful fight for boxing fans that everyone wants to see for Undisputed. And in saying these things, Eddie Hearn says that Canelo Golovkin is, way more lucrative. It'll make more money. It's 10 times bigger, yada, yada, yada. But it seems pretty extreme. It seems like they're having to go above and beyond to try to pitch this to fight fans. So if you truly have a fight that is colossal, it doesn't seem like you would have to go the WWE theatrical route and, do all this extra stuff. Like if you look at the buildup for the first two fights and even the second, Canelo, he failed a drug test after the first fight, stalling out the second fight and pushing it back. And then they later fought in September. And Golovkin was making comments about basically Canelo's drug test failed and saying he knew and there's needle marks and guys seen place is needles in his arm. And he was saying all these things and it was clearly making Canelo mad. And Canelo didn't just go out as far as saying I hate him and all this and he's an a-hole and these types of things. So why after the third fight? And Canelo keeps saying that Golovkin keep talking about him. But truth be told, Golovkin has not appeared on network television since Vanes Martirosyan. He hasn't been on pay-per-view in America since the Canelo 2 fight way back in the day. So at the end of the day, what is Canelo talking about? Golovkin keeps talking about him. He's gotten rid of, because you have to understand as well. See, the great thing about me in this sport of boxing is, and this will always be immortalized, at the end of the day, I don't forget. You're not going to make me forget all the stuff you told me. And the thing is, Abel Sanchez, I believe he was more so the catalyst. He was like a talking head for Triple G. Triple G was kind of the fighter and training and doing that. But when Triple G was with Abel Sanchez was the one doing a lot of the interviews and kind of the tough talk and bad-mouthing Canelo and talking about Canelo's raps and stacking methods and things like that. It wasn't really Triple G saying too much. And now he hasn't been with Abel Sanchez pretty much since he's been on DAZN for several fights. So at the end of the day, What has Golovkin really said? You know, he was fighting unknown, obscure fighters. Like he fought Ryota Murata in Japan. He fought against Kamil Szechuan or whoever he was, and Steve Rolls and the Derevyanchenko fight. So during this time, I didn't really see him too much talking about or bothering with Canelo. But now that Canelo has chosen him like he does, right, and picked him, now Canelo wants to suggest that Golovkin is nonstop talking about him. And I just really haven't even heard I haven't heard much from Golovkin one way or the other. So I don't know where this notion is coming from. So it just, to be honest, you know, it seems very forced what they're doing with this particular fight. And, you know, maybe rightfully so, because you waited. If Canelo signed to DAZN and then Triple G shortly after signed to DAZN, if anything, that was the time to make the fight. And it's ironic because DAZN wanted the fight and Golden Boy promised DAZN that they could convince Canelo. And this is some of the reason why Canelo ended up getting out of his Golden Boy contract, because DAZN wanted it. And then it got to a point where they were like not picking and approving certain opponents from Canelo, saying these aren't worthy foes for us to put on our platform. You know, these aren't premier names that we want. And then it created a ruckus between Canelo and Golden Boy. And then the two end up falling out via the court systems and the legal systems and the lawsuit. And Canelo got out of his contract. So if Canelo was going to fight in 2022, Golovkin all along, then why did he leave Golden Boy and create all this tension and friction when he could have just fought Golovkin, when it at least made a little bit more sense when they first joined DAZN, when they both were, you know, new on the DAZN train, and DAZN was saying pay-per-view was dead and trying something different and had $1 billion war chest and all that. But instead, Canelo, that's not what he did. Canelo purposefully stalled out the fight, waited, and now he's talking about this knockout talk. And he might be right, because Golovkin's 40 years old. He doesn't look as fresh as he did years ago. He looks more vulnerable. So it looks like Canelo just aged him out. So I think this becomes a hard thing to sell. And that's why Canelo's talking so much and trying to spice it up, from my view. Let me know how I did in this video. You guys need to hit the subscribe button, SLC, subscribe, like, and comment. At the end of the day, this is how the message gets spread to a deeper and further audience, when you guys subscribe to the channel and you guys help convey and push the message by letting the YouTube algorithm know that this is content that people need. Drop your thoughts in the comment section. Is this forced promotion from Canelo and Triple G? Do you want to see it on a scale of 0 to 10, 10 being the most anticipation? Let me know where you fall and where you lie with this fight. Drop your thoughts in the comment section, and I'm out. Introducing Super Thanks. Right here on the official Boxing Ego YouTube. Super Thanks allows you, the viewers, to show a little bit of extra gratitude, which enables me as a full-time content creator to push out the content you need in the world of boxing. Underneath all the videos, you will see a heart with a $sign in it. You can enter any amount that you find suitable as a Super Thanks. A brand new, interactive, and colorful way to get your comments highlighted and noticed by not only myself, but other people on the YouTube platform. Super Thanks, a unique and cool way to show and applaud us full-time content creators. Hopefully you guys enjoy the content. Super Thanks. The future is now. The Hibernation 5s by Kenichi Bear. Hybrid gaming and lifestyle headphones. Out of the box, you can connect to any console or PC. Bluetooth ready with a low latency USB adapter, color RGB, and extreme bass mode. The Hibernation 5s adjust to you. Whether you need a gaming, travel, gym, or lifestyle headphones, the Hibernations got you covered. The new Hibernation 5s, link in the description. Customize the way you hear the world. Welcome to the nation. Are you tired of your YouTube videos not getting any views? Well, consider TubeBuddy. I've used TubeBuddy for years to scale up my YouTube channel. Now we're sitting over 200,000 subscribers. TubeBuddy is a browser extension that offers a ton of built-in productivity and time-saving services to take your channel to the next level. Use my link in the description to get started with TubeBuddy and level up your channel faster. We working.